Hello guys, welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to episode 11 of the Prestwich to Prem series that we're doing here in the Tier 10 league that we are in. Unfortunately, you may have noticed I've taken down episode 10. That is because, as it was pointed out to me, that there was no audio, which I don't know what happened there. I checked the post-edited video file that I've still got, and there was no audio in that either. So obviously it's not YouTube's fault. It must be my fault, or something to do with DaVinci that I've done wrong. But unfortunately, I don't have the raw files anymore, so I can't go back and put them back on it. I could have done a bit of a voiceover, I suppose, but I just thought the cleanest thing was to remove the video and just give you guys a bit of a review of what happened at the start of this episode. So that is what we will do in a moment. The other thing you may have noticed, if you managed to catch my my new PC setup video I did, this is the first video of the Prestwich to Prem series I'm doing with the new computer and the new setup. Since I recorded that video, I have bought and received a phone holder, so my phone, which I'm using as a webcam, is above the monitor now, which is obviously what you guys can see me on. So yeah, a bit of a different angle looking down on me. I haven't 100% committed to that, but it's hanging on a shelf. It's a pretty nice little versatile holder actually. I could use it on the desk. I could use it with a sort of camera tripod, which I have got one if I wanted to stand it up on the desk, put it over here maybe if that was better, but I've got it up there on the shelf. It's doing a job, so we're gonna go with that and see how we get on. Other than that, yeah, we'll get cracking. So I'll see you in a second. Okay, guys. So this is how the table finished at the end of last season. Obviously, yeah, if you did manage to sort of watch the video without any audio or skip through and see the table, you realise that we didn't get promoted. Unfortunately, I think you could have probably guessed that from how we were getting on at the midway point last season. We ended up finishing 10 points behind the eventual champions, which were Lower Breck. They managed to catch and pass Blackpool with a few games to go. Blackpool sort of faltered at the end of the season. I think we beat them actually as well, which didn't help them. But yeah, obviously I expected to be up there challenging Lower Breck, so disappointed to be 10 points behind. A bit surprised that AFC Blackpool was so good. So yeah, we've got to watch out for them this year. But I would think that we're still better than everybody else in the league. So I'm hopeful that yeah, we can do as well, if not obviously better, go on and get promoted. That's the aim. Quickly show you what the sort of results were, if it'll let me. I'll go back a season, I can't I? So from the midpoint, which I think was around about the Daisy, I think we showed 2 Daisy Hill games actually. So yeah, we beat them on stream. And then we had a reasonable second half of the season. I don't think I could complain too much actually. So February, we had a decent February, okay March, not great. April was good. Well, okay, April was all right. We were undefeated except for that friendly. Then May was brilliant. Didn't concede a goal in May. 4 wins. And then a reasonable June. Yeah, that one aberration against Cleator Moor, who had just beaten Lower Breck by the same scoreline. So they were on a high at the time. But yeah, look at that. We didn't, excluding the Cleator Moor result, we went 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 games without conceding. So that was really good. Defence on top, scoring the goals. Really strong way to finish the season, and hopefully we can carry that form on into this season. I have tried a new tactic out. So this, yeah, I'll move into this season now. So the pre-season, we've just hammered as many under-23 teams from the Premier League to get as much money as we could. Played Roaster to get a bit of confidence, and then FC United was an interesting game, which we narrowly lost. They're a few divisions above us, so that was a good one. Where are they actually? They're in the Vanarama League North, so yeah, they're 2 or 3 levels above us, if not more. So that was promising. So now we've sort of got our first game, which I'll show you today, which is against St Helens Town away. Bit tricky. I think they came 4th last season, so they're no pushovers, 4th or 5th. Then we've got the cup fixtures in there. There's seemingly 3 cups this season because we're also in the FA Cup, which we haven't been in previous years. Don't know why, but whatever. Yeah, we've got the Build Base, FA Vars, the Emirates FA Cup, and the North West Counties Cup, which we haven't drawn yet. But that's interesting. Obviously, a run of cup games all in a row there. So I might do an update, let you know how we got on in those when I come back for episode 12. Going into the squad then, we've changed to this tactic since we got in Jack Friend. I can't remember when we got him in, so you have to bear with me here. But essentially, I managed to bring in Jack Friend because he was available. Well, Cham and Jack Friend potentially since I last was on stream with you, on here with you. So Owen Friend's been banging the goals in. He scored 40 odd last season. He was absolutely phenomenal. I think I said in the last video it was an absolute scandal that he didn't get promoted with the amount of goals he scored. He got the golden boot. He was fantastic. So he stays. Jack Friend came in, best player. He can play up front if I play a 2 as a target man. He's actually probably the better player than who was I playing before? Colin Brown was there. Also, Cham came in, and Cham can play as the target man. They're both, Cham and Friend, are better than Colin Brown. So Colin Brown sort of might be on his way out of the club, unfortunately. But I do need to get some wages back because we are struggling. But yeah, £20 appearance fee is not exactly breaking the bank. So those two, that's my now preferred front three. I've moved to that formation to get all 3 players in the team, which then means that we've got 3 central midfield spots available. If you, again, in the last video, realise that Alexander left us, we've got a bid come in and he decided to go, so fair enough. He didn't really rip up any trees for me, so I wasn't too disappointed. Towers has stayed, which is good. Spickett, therefore, is going to get game time, which is good. And then I've got a hole for a 3rd central midfielder and very little in terms of depth as well. So my options are the old wingers of Howard and Dan Franks, who were competing for the left wing, can play. Both of them can play central midfield to a fashion. Obviously, Howard there, 1 star. I think if I brought Franks in, he'd be 2 stars. So that's probably my preferred method at the minute. I've got Mick Bevins as well. I've also just signed, I had him on trial, this 16-year-old Levi Colclough, if that's how you pronounce his name. So he's 2 stars. He's obviously 16, ball-winning midfielder. So I think he's useful to have. He's got 20 aggression, 18 determination, 15 work rate. So you can see what kind of player he is, which is nice. That's definitely an option. He's good. I think he's probably better than Mick Bevins. Mick Bevins can get lost. He's obviously there just in case of injuries, really. Matt Cook got promoted from the reserves. He's a striker. He's been playing very nicely for the reserves. He's a 1 star. So he's not anywhere near first team level yet. But, well, that's not true. He is near first team level. He's not up to the standard of, say, Owen Friend. But he's not too bad. And that, again, I think reinforces my decision. I think Colin Brown could be on his way out of the club. He's only 20, but yeah, if Matt Cooks isn't far behind him, I can't see how Colin Brown gets in, because even if we transition to the other tactic, I've got Cham and Friend who can play target man better. So that's my thinking there. What else have we got? The preferred central. So, I brought in a new right back as well, because I wanted an attacking right back instead of Hakeem Hart. So I brought in Jermaine Metz. He's a little bit better. He's going to play in this formation. The wing backs are a bit more important. In the other formation, I play the no-nonsense fullbacks, in which case Hakeem Hart will be better. I feel it probably suits Turnbull a bit better as well, so we might get a bit more out of him. Ben Tunnicliffe obviously plays. It's a case of who he plays alongside. We're going to give Stones and Tunnicliffe a run this season, maybe. I mean, it's toss-up between the 3 of them. Joe Lake's by no means bad, so he's definitely in the running. But, yeah, we'll just have to see how we get on. Potentially Ben Bradbury could leave the club as well. Sam Barnes got promoted as well. He's another 1 star left winger. He can play in that position, which is now part of my tactic. So, yeah, okay, he can play some games that I can afford to obviously take my foot off the gas a bit, which is good, give him some experience. But yeah, I think that's the team that we're going to look to head into the first game with. We won't be playing cautiously, however, we will be playing positively. That was just for the FC United game that was there. So yeah, that's something like that. That's what we're looking with. I'm still trying to bring in a central midfielder, but because you see, I showed the finances. We've done really well. We've gone from being 35k down, got to 16.5k, just popped up to 17 now. But I've obviously brought the spending right back in. But my wage budget is way out, £406 a week compared to what I'm allowed of 334. I might be being a bit dense here, but I can't see where all this goes, especially when the players are only paid to play. So I'm not sure on that one, where it's going. But even though I've done all that, I can't sign the guy I want. the guy that I want on my shortlist is Louis Hayes, who looks really good. I think he'd be a really good acquisition, but he wants £40 appearance fee, which I'd be happy to give him. But the board will only let me give him 20, so he's on the shortlist, and hopefully, if the financial situation keeps improving, they'll let me sign him, and I'll snap him straight up. But other than that, I'm a bit hamstrung right now. So anyway, we will dive into the match. So join us in a second and see if we can get our season off to a good start against St Helens Town. Right, guys, I think the app might have crashed in that last little section there, but at least the audio was okay. I've restarted the app, and it seems to be working at the moment. So hopefully that will stay consistent throughout this rest of the video. As you can see, we are just getting underway against St Helens Town, just about to see the first highlight, so we'll get stuck straight into it. And St Helens are on the attack. The ball comes in, bounces off, fitting on the outside, McNally. Oh, he's got to be offside, he is disallowed. Thought he was offside, it very much looked like it. But not quite the start we were after. Hopefully that was just an aberration and the players are just getting started. It's still their highlight though, thrown from Dobie on the far side. Towers heads out, only as far as McNally. Comes back to Dobie, he gets the ball in, Gordon. Oh, he's tucked it in at the near post. Oh dear, not the start we wanted. Not the start we wanted this now. 2 highlights, both for St Helens. Not good. Not good at all. Another one for them. Free kick in from Fitton. Takes it short to Gordon. Comes out Lees. It's narrowly wide. What is going on? The boys are all over the place, despite the fact that we've had more shots. Can we have a highlight, please? It's straight to Gordon. He shoot. Oh my days. How has that gone in? The defender stood on top of him. What is going on? Oh dear. I do not know what's happening here. It's not been the best of starts. No one's playing badly, it seems. Defence isn't happening right now. Stones, can we build an attack? Back to the goalkeeper, who knocks it long to Cham. Here we go, Franks now. Feeds in, Owen friend. Come on, Owen. And the keeper saves it. Sort of thought he would score. But obviously, first game of the season, he's still dusting off his shooting boots. Corner comes in from Towers, easily claimed by the goalkeeper. Slightly more promising, at least we were on the attack here. Another highlight before half-time. Throw in from Metz into Friend. Jack Friend, that is. Brings it infield, shoots. Not troubling the goalkeeper. Not troubling the goalkeeper, but at least it's, again, another positive highlight. Half-time then. I think we're going to have to do some berating here, because that has not been good enough. Do I go back to the other tactic? The one that they're all familiar with, which should be this. Which we could easily transition to be fair. Play that, play positive on that. Yeah, okay, that's what we're going to do. Apologies if you can hear a baby crying in the background, by the way. That is Mini Sloth. Unfortunately, I did ask him to be quiet whilst I was recording, but he doesn't listen. And I can't blame him. Okay, so that's what we're going to go with. I'd possibly go attacking, actually, thinking about it. Let's get the second half underway. Hopefully, we can turn this game around. Corner now from Towers. Come on, start the way we need to. Stones. Yes, Gavin Stones gets us back in the match. Good header from him there. Gets over above his man. 1-2. Can we get the equaliser? We do appear to be on top. Our expected goals is higher than theirs. We've had more shots. So come on now, Mason. Franks flicks it on. Looks like it's going to be a St Helens attack, though. Can we defend it? No, we cannot. What is going on in the middle there? Gordon just takes a reactionary shot, and that's his hat-trick. What is going on? I just don't get it. I'm going to have to berate the team there because... Oh, my days. Not good enough. Not good enough at all. And I think that's probably knocked the confidence, knocked the wind out of our sails now. And they can have another attack here. Okay, no, Mason comes and collects. That's good. Can we set up an attack? Over the top to Friend. Can Friend pull the goal back for us again? Friend shoots, Friend scores. Right, Owen Friend, first goal of the season. He is on the bandwagon. Hopefully that is the first of many. And we've got 15 minutes to find the equaliser. St Helens with the ball, moving it into Gordon. They're passing it around. Nobody's getting close to them. Can we nick it back? Metz does. Jack Friend now. What can he do with it? Brings it forwards. Can he find a teammate? He gets tackled, but Towers picks it up. Bit of an aimless ball, unfortunately, into their goalkeeper. And what's going on here then? So Metz into Tunnicliffe, forwards, Owen Friend. It's backwards and forwards quite a bit here. Can we have the attack, please? Jack Friend finds Owen Friend. Owen Friend, oh, he tried to just tuck it in at the near post, but the keeper got down smartly enough. Possibly wanted to play a bit more power with that shot. Free kick to St Helens as they build. They're pushed quite high up. Dobie. Oh, it's narrowly wide. Prestwich living a little bit dangerously. I think we have to have a look at what we can do now for subs. So we've got Dan Turnbull's injured. We're going to have to take him off. Normally that would result in Stones going to left back, which is what we'll do. We'll bring Joe Lake on. So a bit of a reshuffle at the back. What about anything else then? Spicket is having an absolute shocker. I'm going to have to bring on the new guy, the new boy, Colclough. He's going to come on to replace Spicket. Should be under a bit of threat, Spicket, because Colclough is 16, which is Spicket's age when he came into the team. Spicket's only 18, but Colclough's actually a better rated player. So Spicket needs to buck his ideas up. Do I bring Colin Brown on? Because Cham isn't up to much. I think that's the final throw of the dice, isn't it? Colin Brown on for Cham. Franks, oh, he's knackered, isn't he? But I'm going to switch Franks to an inverted winger, because that's actually his better position. Jack Friend's okay. Where is he? Well, he's not okay there. It's not his best position. He can play, sort of. Just keep him on the pitch. Right, so last 10 minutes. Can we get something? Last 5, we're very attacking. Can we give a shout? Demand more. Come on. Throwing everything at it. Last 5 minutes of injury time. We have a highlight. Come on. Stones into Franks. Back to Stones. What does he do? Colclough on debut. Loses the ball, but Stones loses the ball. It's going the wrong way. But we've still got it. Tunnicliffe chipped forwards. No, now we don't have it. Oh dear. Can we win the ball back? St Helens now. We're coming forwards. Tunnicliffe heads. Nice. Okay. Into Owen Friend. Nicely laid off to Brown. Feeds it through. Franks comes through. Frank shoots. Frank scores! Get in! Get in! A brilliant comeback from Prestwich. 2-0 down and 3-1 down. But they have clawed their way back and they get the equaliser, which in the end I think was deserved. Expected goals of 1.43 compared to a 1.14. The switch of formation definitely worked. Some substitutions helped as well, I think. Franks, for example, getting him on that left side, bringing him into an inverted winger as well at the end there as he drove forwards and got the equaliser. Owen Friend did what he does best and got me the goals. Even Colin Brown came on with a 7.2. That must have been an assist, I can only assume. Yeah, I mean, it looked quite an even game all the way going up there on the expected goals. I just felt like our defending was poor for their goals. Gordon, don't get me wrong, hat-trick, great performance from him. But I felt like the defending for all three weren't brilliant. So yeah, definitely something to sharpen up on in defence, considering that we were so good defensively at the end of last season, and nothing's changed. We haven't changed our personnel. Okay, we did change the formation. But now, obviously, I'm thinking, do I go back to my alternate formation there? Because we were a lot better with it. Yeah, you've done brilliantly to come back and salvage a draw. I'm proud of you. I think so. Point the finger. Be assertive with it. Everybody loves that. So, not quite the start we had planned, but we got the point. It was a difficult away fixture to St Helens, who are one of the better teams in the league, no doubt about that. Yeah, so I'm going to carry on playing offline and see how we get on in the 3 cup matches. And then maybe we'll do a video coming back after that, because I'd like to think I'll win at least one of the cup matches. And then, yeah, I'll give you an update on perhaps where we're up to in the league, something like that. So, yes, hopefully you've enjoyed the video. Yeah, apologies about the last one. Don't know what happened there. I will double check this one before I upload it, just so that I make sure that we have some audio. Obviously, the app seems to have been okay for this second or the last part of this video, so that's good. Hopefully that'll just have been a blip and we won't have that again. Fortunately, the audio's on my microphone, so even if you lost my face, it wouldn't really matter. No one lost my face. Maybe you want Sloth, but not me. Anyway, that's going to be about it. If you could leave us a like, that'd be great. Drop a comment down below. Always good to hear what you guys have got to say. And then if you haven't already, please subscribe to the channel. Get the updates on when the next videos are coming out. Other than that, I've been Chris, and I will see you for the next one. Cheers!